Every single day, whether you realize it or not, you're making a choice. You can stay where you are, comfortable, safe, predictable. Or you can step into the unknown, where growth, progress, and success live. The problem is, the first option feels good in the moment, while the second one, it's uncomfortable, it's challenging, it demands effort, and that's why most people stay stuck. See, the human brain is wired for comfort. It wants to protect you from pain, from risk, from struggle. That's why it tells you to hit the snooze button, to take it easy, to wait for the right time. But here's the harsh truth. Comfort zones don't keep you safe. They keep you small. Think about it. Every person you admire, every success story you've ever heard, every great achievement in history, it didn't come from playing it safe. It came from someone making a choice to chase something bigger than themselves, even when it was hard, even when it was scary, even when failure was a very real possibility. Because growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when you push, when you struggle, when you stretch beyond what you think you're capable of. But most people never make that leap. Not because they aren't capable, but because they let fear decide for them. Fear of failing, fear of looking foolish, fear of leaving behind the familiar, even if the familiar isn't where they want to be. So ask yourself, which choice have you been making? Are you choosing comfort, staying in the same place, avoiding challenges, and letting life pass you by? Or are you choosing growth, stepping into discomfort, embracing the struggle, and building the future you actually want? Because here's the truth. Success isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build day by day, choice by choice. And it starts with deciding right now that comfort is no longer an option. That growth is the only way forward. That you're done waiting, hesitating, or wishing. Because the life you want, it's not found in the easy path. It's built through the hard one. And the best part? Once you make that choice, once you fully commit to it, you'll realize something incredible. You were always capable of more. You just had to stop choosing less. The biggest battle you'll ever fight won't be against the world. It'll be against yourself. Not against competition, not against circumstances, not against time. It's the war inside your own mind. Every time you hesitate, every time you second-guess yourself, every time you tell yourself, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. What if I fail? That's the battle. Doubt and fear are the greatest enemies of success. They whisper in your ear, convincing you that you're not ready, that you're not capable, that you should wait, that you should play it safe. And if you listen to them long enough, they'll become your reality. Because here's the truth. Fear doesn't stop you. Believing in fear stops you. Think about how many times you've held yourself back. Not because of actual failure, but because of the fear of failure. How many times you've avoided taking a risk. Not because you weren't capable, but because of the doubt creeping in. Fear isn't real. Not in the way you think it is. It's not a wall, it's not a barrier. It's a thought, a mental construct, a story you've told yourself over and over until it feels true. But the only way fear wins is if you let it. See, every successful person, every high achiever, every legend you look up to, they felt fear too. They had doubts too. The difference? They moved forward anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is acting in spite of it. It's standing up to that voice in your head and saying, I hear you, but you don't control me. It's understanding that fear is a liar. Doubt is a thief, and neither have the right to dictate your future. Because when you push through fear, something incredible happens. It shrinks. The things that once seemed impossible, they become normal. The challenges that once scared you, they become stepping stones. And suddenly you realize, fear never had power over me. I was always stronger. So what's holding you back? What story have you been telling yourself? That you're not smart enough? Not talented enough? Not ready? Change the story. Instead of, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? Instead of, I'm not ready, say, I'll figure it out. Instead of, I can't, say, I will. Because the battle within, it's already yours to win. All you have to do is decide. Everyone loves the idea of motivation, that rush of excitement, that burst of energy when you feel unstoppable, ready to conquer the world. It's powerful, no doubt, but here's the problem. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Some days, you wake up feeling inspired, ready to take action. Other days, you feel stuck, drained, and completely unmotivated. And if you rely on motivation to get things done, guess what happens? You stop showing up. And that's why motivation isn't the answer. Discipline is. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. It's what makes you get up and do the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Because the truth is, success isn't about how good you are on your best days. It's about what you do on your worst days. Think about the athletes who train at 5 a.m., even when they're exhausted. The writers who put words on the page, even when they're uninspired. The entrepreneurs who keep grinding, even after multiple failures. That's discipline. And that's the secret. Most people wait until they feel like doing something. They tell themselves, I'll start when I'm ready, I'll work hard when I'm in the right mindset, I'll be consistent when life settles down. But that's a trap. Because the truth is, you're never going to feel ready all the time. You're never going to be in the perfect mindset every day. If you wait for motivation to show up, you'll be waiting forever. Instead, you need to train yourself to take action, regardless of how you feel. Not in the mood to go to the gym? Go anyway. Don't feel like working on your goals? Do it anyway. Tired, frustrated, doubting yourself? Show up anyway. Because discipline isn't about feelings, it's about decisions. Discipline isn't about making massive changes overnight. It's about small, consistent actions that build up over time. One workout won't transform your body, but 100 workouts will. 1 hour of deep work won't change your career, but 100 hours will. One disciplined day won't make you successful, but a year of discipline? That's life-changing. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're stacking wins. You're proving to yourself that you can be consistent no matter what, and that's how you build momentum. Because here's the thing, discipline creates motivation, not the other way around. When you take action, you feel progress. When you see progress, you feel motivated. And that motivation pushes you to keep going. You can keep waiting for motivation, hoping for the perfect moment to take action. Or you can decide right now that no matter how you feel, you're going to show up. Because in the end, success isn't about who wants it the most. It's about who's willing to work for it, even when they don't feel like it. No one likes struggle. No one enjoys pain. And yet, the truth is, pain is the greatest teacher you will ever have. Think about the hardest moments in your life, the times when you felt broken, lost, or completely defeated. The moments when you questioned if you could keep going. Those weren't just obstacles. They were opportunities. Because pain doesn't come to break you. It comes to build you. Look at anyone who has achieved greatness. Athletes, leaders, innovators, creators. They all have one thing in common. They've suffered. They've been rejected. They've failed. They've been knocked down over and over again. And yet, instead of letting pain define them, they used it. They turned it into power. See, struggle isn't a punishment. It's a test. It's life asking you, how bad do you really want this? Are you willing to push through? Will you rise or will you break? Most people see struggle as a reason to quit. They think failure means they're not good enough. They believe pain is a sign that they should stop. But the truth is, struggle isn't a signal to quit. It's a signal to grow. Every time you overcome pain, you get stronger. Every time you rise after falling, you become more unstoppable. Every setback is shaping you into someone who can handle even bigger challenges. Think about a diamond. It doesn't start out strong. It's just a lump of carbon, ordinary, weak, forgettable. But under pressure, under heat, under intense struggle, it transforms into something rare, something unbreakable. That's exactly what pain does to you. Every tough moment is shaping you. Every hardship is refining you. Every battle you face is making you more resilient, more determined, more powerful. You don't grow when things are easy. You grow when life tests you. Most people avoid struggle. They run from pain. They see failure as the enemy. But the moment you shift your mindset, when you start seeing pain as part of the process, everything changes. Instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Start thinking, what is this teaching me? Instead of saying, I can't take this anymore. Remind yourself, this is making me stronger. Pain is temporary, but what it builds in you, that lasts forever. You have two choices. You can let struggle break you, or you can let it fuel you. You can let pain stop you, or you can use it as a motivation to push even harder. Every hardship, every failure, every challenge, it's not there to keep you down. It's there to show you what you're really made of. So, when life knocks you down, don't just get back up. Get back up stronger. Get back up or hungrier. Get back up and prove that nothing can stop you. Because in the end, pain doesn't make you weak. It makes you unbreakable. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to reach that next level, to achieve their dreams, to finally feel like they've made it. But here's the thing. Success isn't a finish line. It's not a single moment. It's a mindset. And the people who win in life, they aren't always the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They're the ones who will never stop moving forward. No matter how tough it gets, no matter how many times they fall, no matter how impossible it seems, they just keep going. A lot of people think success happens overnight. That one breakthrough, one big moment, one massive win is all it takes. But that's an illusion. Real success isn't about one big moment. It's about thousands of moments where you choose to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. It's about the days when nothing seems to be working, but you show up anyway. The times when you fail, but instead of giving up, you try again. The moments when doubt creeps in, but you refuse to listen. That's what makes someone unstoppable. Because talent can be beaten, intelligence can be outmatched, but relentless consistency, that's unstoppable. Most of the limits you think you have, they're not real. They're just stories your mind tells you. I can't go any further. I'm not good enough. This is too hard. That voice in your head wants you to stay comfortable, to avoid struggle, to play it safe. But that voice is lying. Because when you think you've hit your limit, you're usually at 40% of what you're truly capable of. That's it. Just 40%. Which means there's still 60% more in you. 60% more effort, 60% more strength, 60% more fight. You just have to be willing to push past the breaking point. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who fall and get back up, every single time. They understand that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every loss, every setback, every disappointment, it's all part of the process. And the only way you truly lose is if you quit. So don't quit. If you fail, get back up. If you're tired, rest, but don't stop. If you feel like you're at your limit, dig deeper. Because every time you push forward, every time you refuse to quit, you get stronger. You become someone who can't be broken. This is what separates the successful from the average. When things get hard, the average person looks for an excuse. The unstoppable person, they look for a way through. When life knocks them down, the average person stays down. The unstoppable person, they rise. Not because it's easy, not because they don't struggle, but because they know there's no other option. Success doesn't come to the person who had the perfect plan. It doesn't come to the person who had all the answers. It comes to the person who keeps moving forward, no matter what. So be that person. Be relentless. Be unshakable. Be unstoppable. And when the world tries to tell you to stop, prove it wrong.